Hey everyone, this is Coach Nick with Finest Athletics, just bringing you a quick 3-step hitting progression for all of the youth baseball athletes. First thing we're going to start off with is PVC swings. We're going to use a PVC pipe because it is a lot lighter than the actual bat. It's going to give the athlete the freedom to work extremely smooth through all of their swing patterns. After our PVC swings, then we'll get our normal bat and go through the same tee progression. After that, we should be ready for front toss and live pitching. All right, so on the left, I have my game bat, 32 inches, 29 ounces. On the right, I have a PVC pipe. This is 1 inch in diameter and set to about 32 inches as well. So the goal is to get something that's pretty equal in length so that the feel of covering the plate is the same. The only difference is this is much lighter than that. So we're gonna ditch the bat for this first part here, and we're gonna jump right in on the tee. So as we get into the tee work, there are 9 spots that we're going to hit from, starting with high and outside, then middle outside, low outside. From there, we'll go middle up, middle, middle, middle down, and then inside and up, inside at the waist, inside down. So 9 spots on the grid here that cover the plate. We're going to move the tee forward and backwards depending on where the pitch location is. If we're working with outside pitches, we want to catch that ball back in our stance. So instead of having that tee far out in front, the tee will be a little bit farther back. Same thing when we go inside, we're going to have this tee farther out in front because we want to get this pitch out in front versus farther back in our stance where we become tied at the hands. So 9 total spots. If your youth athlete is ready for that math challenge, go ahead and give them 2 or 3 rounds and ask them how many total swings they're going to have. So 9 times 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up to 5, which would be 45 swings. So for this, we're just going to go through each individual spot, 1 swing at a time, and then move on to the next. Starting with high and outside, you'll see that this ball is in the middle of the stance, pretty far back. I want to make sure that as we're getting a high pitch, that we are not dipping down, we're cutting it straight in half, taking it to the opposite field. After you hit the right amount of numbers there, we'll then move that down somewhere around the waist. Next spot is low and away. Really make sure you're keeping the posture here. We can't stand up straight like what we did when the pitch was high. So now we have to tilt a little bit, but that swing should stay flat, similar to us being at the top. All right, now that we're done with all the outside pitches, we're going to move the tee forward in our stance a little bit and start right back at the top. So now with this pitch, middle, we're gonna get it a little bit farther out in front, expecting the ball to travel somewhere up the middle. Bring it down to the waist. And now we're gonna go inside. I like to make these uncomfortably inside, just like I like to make the outside pitches uncomfortably outside. So we're gonna push this farther up into our stance, well out in front of that front step. And these balls, we're going to turn and burn. Keep your hands inside, rotate, hit the ball, pull side. All right, once you're finished with all 9 spots, making sure that you are comfortable hitting all locations and hitting the ball where it's essentially pitched, then you can move on to the next portion. If you find yourself having any trouble with any of the locations and being able to hit the ball into the right spot, Continue to work on those spots, as those are probably your weaker areas. Build on those before you jump into live pitching. All right, after you've successfully finished your 9-slot hitting off of the tee and you feel comfortable moving on to the next step, you could either go straight to swings with your game bat right off of the tee, going back through that same progression. You can go into front toss, or you can go into live pitching. For me, because I don't have a partner here today, I'm using the Power Alley Pro with the self feeder. This is throwing out Nerf balls to me at a very easy loft so that I can really focus on hitting the ball where it's pitched. All right, if you're still using the PVC bat there or the stick bat, then you can transition to the regular size bat. From there, you'll feel that there is going to be a slight difference. This will be a lot lighter than using your game bat, but you're still trying to keep those same mechanics and the same swing intensity. All right, that is pretty much it. So again, 3 parts. The first one's being PVC swings. You can do that with or without a ball. If you don't have any softer Nerf balls, I suggest doing it with the tennis ball or no ball at all. After you're done with that, you can go on to the 9-slot hitting off of the tee. Again, if you have Nerf balls, go ahead and continue to use the PVC bat. If you don't have Nerf balls, then go ahead and transition to your regular bat and hit regular game balls. After that second piece, you go into third, which is live pitching or front toss. Hopefully this helps. Feel free to leave comments. Let us know what are the other progressions that you guys would like to see. Thanks.